Welcome back, everybody. The Boy Art Show. Today I'm joined by a very special guest. I like Fetish. I like cunt, but I mostly like
Cunt Fetish.
Fetish is an American rapper. She is known for her unique style and sexually charged lyrics. Her music often explores themes of sexuality, self-empowerment, and social commentary.
Have you managed to separate your emotions from disturbing comments online?
I feel like,
Does your lips help you eat better?
I feel like
you're not the type of person that rub me as somebody who wants or care for validation.
and I don't, but like I do at the same time. I don't think about what people like. I think about what makes me feel fulfilled at the end of the day.
When your mom passed away 2019 from cancer,
How the fuck do you know that? I'm telling you, it was like 2 years after she passed, I was still like going out trying to forget about it. Like I was just doing things to try to forget about it. Like I finally realized I was like, if my mom saw how I was coping with her death, she would not be proud of me.
mm-hmm. You've been accused of cultural appropriation.
Actually, we can talk about it because I stand on it.
Okay, welcome back, everybody. This is the Boy Art Show. Of course, I am him. Today I'm joined by a very special guest. We were having a great debate about how I should introduce this young lady. Or I like Fetish. I like cunt. But I mostly like
Cunt Fetish.
heavy lip white bitch. What's up? How you doing?
Wait, you know my Twitter name?
I know your Twitter name.
Heavy lipped white bitch.
That's such a fire ass like label. Where did that came from?
Somebody was like actually like heavily like talking shit about me, and it was like, oh, this heavy lipped white bitch, and I was like, that kind of ate. So I blocked her, and then I made it my shit, and then I unblocked her because I was like, I want her to see this.
I want her to see that. Yeah, you got to give them credit for what they.
She ate heavy lipped white bitch.
Yeah,
that's exactly what I am.
Okay, so you are the kind of person who embrace those kind of like negative shit that's being said.
Yeah, I feel like at first, like I feel like I'm a very sensitive person at the end of the day, but at the end of the day, my artistry is separate from who I am as a person. So it's like, cunt fetish is like, okay, heavy lip white bitch, hard.
Yeah.
But me deep down, I would be like, why'd she call me that?
Yeah. No, that's interesting you said that because that's something I wanted to jump into. Like, have you managed to separate your emotions from disturbing comments online?
I feel like for the most part I have. Like whenever I first started like taking my music career seriously like a year ago, then I couldn't separate those emotions. Like I would read all the comments and stuff like that. But then I realized that like even though it seems super like what do you call it? Like I feel like people will be like, oh, like any press is good press. Like no matter what people say about you, it's like it's good. I didn't realize that at first, but now I'm like, it is what it is. Yeah, so I try not to like look at the comments and stuff, and when I do and I see some like hate and shit, I try to like make some fun of it. Yeah, because it's not that deep. These people don't know me. So it's like I try not to like read too deep into it.
Yeah, I mean it could get complicated though, because like you said. Yeah, you put up your walls, but then you also think at the back of your head, like, damn,
like at the end of the day, I'm a real person.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
And I do try to detach that from like who I am as an artist. But like I said, at the end of the day, like I'm a real person.
Yeah.
So I can't help but to like think deep into it sometimes.
And then you also realize that these people are just like sucker ass people that don't
and
have shit going on for themselves.
Yeah, they don't have shit. They're living in their mom's crib. They don't have any like hobbies, anything they're passionate about. Yeah. And that's fine, but it's like, what can you do?
That's real. I mean, I always like, I can't speak for other people's experience, but I've always asked people how they manage to get or allow somebody to get them upset. Because I always feel like if somebody says some shit I don't like, I just log off.
Yeah, no, sometimes I get upset though because sometimes they say some shit that like I actually feel insecure about. So it'll like hit me to the core and I'm like, why would you, like, I don't know, it's like some shit I'm actually insecure about, And it hurts my feelings, even if it's from a stranger. But like sometimes it's like, it just depends on what they say.
So let me ask you this. Was the comment about your lips something you were insecure about?
No, I love my lips.
Okay.
I think my lips are cool.
So that's why you embraced it?
Yeah, I was like heavy lip white bitch, literally.
Yeah. Nah, my friend, shout out to, I think they might know Rella, but Ace might know Rella. I did an interview with her before. Shout out to Rella, but she said something once, and let me know if that theory is right. She said, like she got lips injection, and she said she got those because it helps her suck dick better. But does your lips help you eat pussy better?
I feel like I'll eat it the same, but I can say something that does help me eat pussy better. It's my grills, which they're in LA right now. I left them at my girlfriend's house, but
your grills?
Yeah, I started like eating pussy so much with my grills that like I took them out one time and tried to eat pussy, and I was like, I can't do it.
Hold on. Hold on. Because we just got to slow down. Wouldn't that hurt? I'm not a woman, so I can't really speak to that.
No, actually, the grills feel better because they're more like rounded and soft edged. I feel like natural teeth have like natural like indents that could be sharper than like a grill. Like a grill is like smoothed out.
Really?
Yeah.
This is fascinating. I've never heard of somebody say they eat pussy with grills. Like that, to me, it's just the metal, right? You talking about the metal thing, or my?
What is silver? I don't know if it's metal or not.
Jesus Christ!
But like I didn't realize that
I might have to try that.
No, yeah, you have to, but you have to get used to eating it with the grill before.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah.
Now I might have to try that because I'm like, self-proclaimed best pussy eater in the world, but
no,
I have.
That's me.
I've debated this before. I definitely am. I definitely am one of the best pussy eater in the world.
But that's self-proclaimed.
I mean, I've got some evidence.
We need to get some like
back
opinions from some bad bitches.
I got some evidence.
Do you?
I got some evidence.
Where's the evidence?
And I'm talking about women older than us. So
I only fuck older women too.
But I'm saying that because they're experienced, so they know what eating good pussy is.
Cougars, man.
I mean,
I
we don't gotta go too deep, but basically, I got to try that because I've never heard anybody say eating pussy with the grills. Like to me, that's fascinating. And whenever I'm curious about something, I have to try it. Like,
you have to.
It's like one of the things on my bucket list. Anyways, how are you?
Yeah, it's not because of my lips. I don't know. Guess.
You said what?
Guess.
Guess.
You said how old am I?
No, I said how are you?
Oh, how am I?
I feel like I started the interview so like.
Oh, we went straight in.
Like, fuck the foreplay. I just went straight in. So I was
how am I?
Let's start slow. How are you?
I'm amazing. Mm-hmm. I stay in Atlanta. I'm in New York. I'm doing cool things. I can't complain.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have a great time. My friends is with me.
Yeah. I like that attitude. I always ask people this that come on the show. I ask them, if you could think of something, you did, whether it was yesterday, last week, a month ago, that one thing that kind of stuck with you, good or bad, and if you can relive that moment again or that thing again, what would it be?
I feel like the last time I was here, I think it was like a month ago. Mm-hmm. I was recording some really good music with my executive producer. Now my executive producer. We was like, I had a writer's block for a really long time. Mm-hmm. And then him and I, we linked up together here in New York. And we just like made so many songs, like 20 songs and like maybe 20, 30 songs in like a week. Mm-hmm. After the fact that I had been like, I had a writer's block. So I think that was really good. And I would love to relive that. Like, I feel like I was just like really in touch with myself and my music. And yeah.
Why that particular time you felt like you were in touch with? What changed every other time? I
don't know. I feel like maybe what changed is I was in Atlanta for a really long time, like a few months, and then I finally came here. And I think maybe like my change of environment made my art different.
Yeah. No, I get what you're saying. Chris Rock said once that 85% of writing is living.
It comes from your environment. Yeah, for sure.
Like you have to go out and live these experiences so you can.
Yeah, so I think that's why I was stuck because like I was in Atlanta and I was like in the studio and I just learned how to like engineer myself. Mm-hmm. So I was stuck in the studio by myself for a long time, which was cool, but I wasn't pulling any inspiration from anywhere. So whenever I finally came here after a few months and started working with somebody I've never worked with, I feel like I got super inspired.
Yeah. What on a daily basis? What do you think? What inspires you?
I think just like normal things. Well, actually, I feel like if I want to get inspired, it has to be by like drastic things.
Like what?
Like I feel like I went and made a really good song after I went and got this tattoo by this girl who works in the Bronx. Like,
was it? I heard. I think you said some random girl DM'd you and said
yeah,
she would do a
she
whole
DM'd
tattoo.
me and she was like, "Do you want to do a tap out session for free?" So
Describe
she was
a
like,
tap out session for
so
everybody
she
on.
was like, "Do you want to get tattooed until you can't take no more?"
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, "Yes." So we did this tattoo. This took like 7 hours. I still didn't tap out, and then I got like this tattoo and then one on my face. I didn't tap out. She just got tired.
Wow.
So yeah, but I think like experiences like that, like with people who are also creative and passionate about certain things, I think that's what inspires me the most.
Yeah.
Is like other creatives, but not creatives that work in my same medium. Like I'm not saying I get inspired by other musicians, but I get inspired by like painters or tattoo artists.
Just everyday, I guess, creatives.
Yeah, they're creative, but we don't create in the same medium.
Yeah. No, I like that though. I think like inspiration comes from everywhere. I'm reading this book right now. It's called Big Magic. The lady Elizabeth Gilbert, she talks about creativity. Like she talks about igniting, how to ignite creativity within yourself. And you know, she there's this theory she has, which is the fact that when you sit on an idea for so long,
And then somebody else.
she believes that, and I kind of believe that too, because you know how sometimes you be like, damn, I was thinking that.
I've heard of that theory too. Yeah, like you be thinking about something for so long and you're like, this is such a great idea. And then like 2 months later, you still haven't acted on the idea that you were so passionate about and then somebody else doesn't. And you're like,
Yeah.
I was just thinking that, like I should have done it.
No, I think after hearing her say that, I wholeheartedly believe it. Like I started to think about all the things that I've thought about over the years, and other people have done it because I didn't act on it.
Yeah, and I
I'm
think
like,
we should
oh,
just
shit.
act on it immediately. Like no matter, like I feel like the reason that we don't act on things immediately is because we feel like we don't have the resources. But you don't necessarily need all the resources. You know, you can just do what you can with that idea in the moment.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That, and also I think people fear, you know, the
Like rejection.
that's a
Or
good
no?
that's a good word. I was thinking more like the perception from other people. Like she also talks about in the book, like giving yourself permission to do stuff instead of waiting on other people to give you permission, because you wait on the acceptance from other people.
You seek validation
You
for
seek
sure.
validation,
Because I
yeah.
do that too, even with my music. Like sometimes I'll post snippets and I'll be like, which one do y'all want? And it's like, I should just put out which one I feel is right. Because
Yeah.
at the end of the day, like our intuition, I feel like is always like correct.
That's interesting you said that. I feel like you're not the type of person that rubbed me as somebody who wants or care for validation at all.
And I don't, but like I do at the same time, because it's not like I necessarily care for validation, but I care about what the people who support me, like my fans and stuff, I care about what they want. It's not like I care that like, oh, do you like this or not? I just want to like give them what they want to a certain extent.
Yeah. But everybody else is just like noise,
Irrelevant, like-
just noise, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
noise.
the reason why I say that is because the way, like, how you dress, the tattoos, like who you are, like I feel like you embrace, like people like you embrace yourself more than other people do. Unless
Yeah,
I'm
I have
assuming that
to.
wrong.
No,
Yeah.
I have to. I don't know how
Why?
else to be.
Okay.
I don't know how else to be. It's like, okay, people could like me this way and that way, but like I don't think about what people like. I think about what makes me feel fulfilled at the end of the day. And it's not like I'm on some selfish shit. It's just like I gotta think about like what makes me happy. Like I feel like you have to really care about yourself. You gotta put yourself first because nobody else is going to. So at the end of the day, I feel like as long as I'm happy with what I'm portraying and what I'm putting into the world and my art and what I'm giving to people, then it doesn't really matter.
So tell me about you. I know one thing that was tough for me to figure out about you was like where you were from. Where are you originally from?
I am Atlanta based, but I'm from like an hour north of Atlanta.
Okay.
So I grew up on a farm,
Really?
very like isolated. I didn't have a lot of like influence until I was like 18, like up until I was in high school and I moved to the city of Atlanta.
Yeah.
I didn't know that it was cool for people to be like different.
What do you mean by that?
Like I grew up in a really small town. I grew up on a farm. There wasn't much to do. People in my high school were very like, they weren't very expressive. And I was, but like they did not fuck with that shit. Like it was very like frowned upon, I feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah, so whenever I did turn 18, I was able to move into like a bigger city. Like, it was cool because I was able to be like different and people didn't like look at me weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know you like Young Thug heavy. Is he somewhat like a influence in that moving decision to Atlanta? Or was that just like you just always wanted to move to Atlanta?
No, I didn't always want to move to Atlanta. I just feel like whenever I graduated, I wanted something bigger. And
God damn, pause. God damn.
Oh.
Go ahead, my bad. I couldn't help it.
What? Wait, why are we pausing?
If I didn't pause that.
Wait, why are we pausing?
Because I got to be an equal opportunist. I got to be an equal opportunist.
Okay.
I don't know. I heard the word. I just heard something bigger and it made me say pause. That just sounded crazy. That wasn't crazy to y'all? I'm reaching?
You can say something.
I'm reaching? That wasn't pause?
Like, obviously I knew that he grew up in Atlanta, but I don't think that was like an influence for me to move to Atlanta. Mm-hmm. I just think that was the biggest city closest to me at the time.
Yeah.
So I was like, I need to like make do with what I have. Because obviously, like, as a high schooler who just graduated high school, it's not like you can just up and fucking
you
move
moved
to
fresh out of high school? Like,
yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I went to hair school.
Yeah.
I was like, I have to do something creative.
Yeah. So when you took that trip, did you have any family out there or just?
I mean, my family, my mom moved me to my first apartment and shit, but she wasn't in Atlanta, but she was only like an hour away. Mm-hmm. And we both had cars, so like it wasn't a big deal.
Okay, so it was just, you were what, 18, 19?
18. In
Atlanta by yourself. Damn, that must have taught you a lot as a young girl.
Yeah, I know it did.
Yeah, what's one thing you can express right now that you took away from that?
I don't know, I feel like it's like just like general like street smarts. Like whenever I was 18, I had a Hummer. My mom bought me a Hummer.
A Hummer?
Yeah, like a Hummer H2, the car. You don't know?
A Hummer?
They're hard. Anyway, my mom bought me a Hummer when I was like, fuck yeah. Anyway, I was driving around the city and stuff like that, and people continuously broke into my fucking car.
Oh, shit.
So I feel like it taught me to be, like now if I have a nice car, I'll like roll all my windows down.
Or get a gun.
And make sure nothing's in there. I have a gun. Yeah, I have a gun.
I'm with you. I believe in my Second Amendment.
Yeah, I just feel like people are like crazy. Like,
shoot these niggas. Don't say that. All right, so it taught you how to be just, I guess, on the defensive end.
I feel like it taught me how to be more like cautious. Mm-hmm. I didn't have to be that way where I grew up. You could leave your doors, like, we used to leave our house, like our front door unlocked.
Wow.
Yeah, like I grew up like riding horses and shit. Like, it just wasn't a lot of people, so I feel like it just taught me to be more like aware of my surroundings and just like more cautious.
Mm-hmm. Now, I want to transition a little bit, but this is more on the heavier side. But, you know, when your mom passed away 2019 from cancer.
How the fuck do you know that?
You just got to do research. It's just about research.
Okay, period. All right, let's go.
But, like, how did that impact you?
It was really bad, actually. I feel like I was in a turning point in my life. Mm-hmm. Like, that's whenever I was, like, in hair school and stuff, and I was living in Atlanta, like, on my own. And I feel like whenever I knew that she was sick, like, my family kind of spun it to me, like, saying, like, oh, she wasn't that sick, because they didn't want to, like, worry me.
Wow.
So I didn't take every second that she had left for granted, because I didn't think it was that bad. Wow. It taught me a lot about, like, healing and stuff in every aspect. Because, like, whenever she passed, I feel like I was going through a lot of, like, unhealthy coping mechanisms. And so it took me, like, 2 or 3 years to heal from that.
Wow.
So, like, whenever I finally learned that, like, oh, I need to go to therapy, like, whatever, I feel like that taught me how to deal with other traumatic experiences in my life. And it sucks that I had to learn that way, because before my mom passed, I didn't have anybody that was close to me pass, so I didn't know how to deal with it. Mm-hmm. But once I figured out, like 2 years later after she passed, I was like, okay, this is how I have to be moving forward whenever, you know, somebody important to me.
God forbid.
Passes, yeah.
When you started going to therapy, before that though, like what were you doing to I guess ease the pain? Like were you like
whenever she was sick?
I guess I don't want to say when she was sick, but when she transitioned, like what did you do? Because you said you were you were coping unnecessarily, like you were using.
It was bad coping mechanisms. Like I was going out.
Really? Oh, like just like going out, excessive
and
drinking.
trying to forget about it, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. And then when did you like, was it like yourself who would like, yo, I gotta stop this shit? Or was it somebody who was like, yo, you gotta like go get some help?
Yeah, no, I feel like it was me for sure. Like after she passed, it was like, I'm telling you, it was like 2 years after she passed, I was still like going out trying to forget about it. Mm-hmm. Like I was just doing things to try to forget about it. But then like, I think like, I don't know, one random day I just like woke up and I was like, I don't feel good. Like I've been just like going out with these people who don't care about me and stuff like that. Like my mom would want better for me.
Yeah.
Like I finally realized I was like, if my mom saw how I was coping with her death, she would not be proud of me. Mm-hmm. So like I had to find other ways to like get past it, yeah.
Throughout that process, did you start like inking your body? Like when did you start going
I
through that
started
phase?
inking my body before my mom passed.
Really?
Yeah, so my mom passed in 2019, so I was 19. Mm-hmm. In 2018, we was at the beach on my senior field trip. My mom was like, I'm going to take you to Key West for your senior trip.
Okay.
So I just graduated high school. She pissed me off. I don't remember what she did. She pissed me the fuck off. She went to sleep, took her fucking keys, took her fucking Benz, went to the tattoo shop, got this tattoo. Next day I said, look.
To her?
Yeah.
God damn. What is hold on. What was her reaction?
She was like,
didn't care?
Cassidy Cole Kimbrough. She said my whole fucking name. She was pissed. And I was like, yeah.
Yeah. God damn.
Don't piss me off again.
Yeah.
But I don't know. We kind of like fought like sisters. Like it was like whatever. She wasn't that mad after like a month.
Do you think sometimes you do things to get reaction from people?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely. And I feel like that's like out of like pity, and it's like that's like a lower version of myself. Mm-hmm. Like a part of myself that I don't necessarily want to be, but sometimes we are not the bigger persons. Like it's just like some petty shit.
What'd you say? I saw this. I was like,
oh, you trying to say something? Yeah, I just feel like sometimes you don't want to do petty shit, but you do because people piss you off, and sometimes you can't control how you react.
Yeah,
it's not necessarily like, oh, I want to.
I tell that's when you regret shit the most. That's why I tell people just write a list of people that you
can't react immediately.
That's the thing though. You got to count to. My therapist always say count in your head. And if you still want to give that same energy that you wanted to give in the anger, then do it. But if you count and you just like fuck it, then it wasn't worth it. So just walk away from it.
Give it some time before you actually react. Yeah, I agree.
Everyone's so emotional. That's what it is. Like,
I am too, though, for sure. But sometimes I like being emotional.
Yeah.
Rather than to just be like acting like this is how I feel. Like I like to be real sometimes because I feel like a lot of people, they try to like not be emotional, and I feel like it's cool to be emotional.
Yeah.
It's like, cool to like be real.
I don't know. I don't know if no. The only reason why I'm thinking about that because I think people like target those kind of people. Mm-hmm. People who are emotional. Like I feel like they weaponize that.
They do. They take it for weakness.
Yeah. So I don't know. Like I don't know if I agree. I agree with what you're saying, but I'm in the middle.
It's contradictive. But I feel like as long as you use your emotions as a strength, then they can't really be like, oh, you're weak for being that way. Mm-hmm. As long as you know how to use, like, your emotions. Mm-hmm. Like, I feel like I'm very emotional sometimes. And people would be like, oh, she's, like, weak because of that. But it's like, as long as you know how to express yourself in a certain way, then it's like, there's no way that could be like, oh, the way you're acting is lame. Yeah. You just got to know how to express yourself, I feel like.
No, that's real, though. I want to go back to something real quick because it just made me think about earlier when we were having this conversation. But this is to the point of doing things because you want a reaction from people. It made me think about earlier when we was talking about eating pussy because I know I had to go back to that because it was something that was on my mind that I forgot about, and God brought it back to me because he or she knew I should have asked you this. You said before that your tongue is so strong you can eat pussy for 3 to 5 business days.
Oh, that
Now,
was a tweet?
I need to know, what are those?
That was a
Like,
tweet.
you have to describe to me.
Oh,
what,
he went through my Twitter. Okay, go ahead.
What is what the hell is a strong tongue that can eat pussy for 3 to 5 business days? Like, what exercise are you doing? Like, what?
I don't feel like it's a certain exercise. I just feel like if you're like a lesbian, okay, so say if you're a straight man, right?
I think I am, yeah.
If you're a straight man, you can penetrate a woman. But if you're a lesbian woman, the only thing that you can necessarily do is eat pussy. Mm-hmm. So it's like, that's all my mouth is doing. I'm not like thrusting hips.
You know what's so crazy? Men are always afraid of other men. I'm the opposite. When I have a woman, I'm afraid of women.
You're afraid of women?
I mean, in the sense of, if I have a girl, I'm afraid of losing my girl to a woman
me too.
versus a man.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Because you better watch your fucking bitch. If I'm
women
around, she's gone.
Women are dangerous. And the fact that she can eat pussy for 3 to 5 business days.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you better not ever bring nobody around me.
Hey, tell me about how you got casted, and how do you pronounce that's Doja Cat song?
Agora Hills.
Agora Hills, yeah. How did you get casted in that?
It's actually a great story. I love this question. So, she actually DM'd me.
Okay.
Personally. I wish I had the DMs, but they took my page down. She was like, hey, I love your music. Mind you, this is when I had one single out. And I didn't have like any management. So I just put it out for fun. She DM'd me. She's like, hey, I love your music. I have this song that I'm shooting a music video to if you want to be in it. And if not, like, keep being great. Like, whatever. I realized that like all the other girls that were casted in it, they like got casted by a casting director. Mm-hmm. But like Doja like hit me up like individually.
You sure it was her or somebody else running her page?
No, it was Doja.
How you know?
Because it was her fucking page, and everybody else that got casted through a casting director.
No, I'm saying because, you know, celebrities be having people run their page.
Right, but we have each other's number.
Okay.
So, like, she hit me up on Instagram.
I was just trying to hate.
She hit me up on Instagram.
I was just trying to hate.
That's okay.
I love Doja Cat, so I was just trying to hate.
I do too. I love her. Like we have messages.
Doja Cat just gonna DM you.
No. She did DM me, and then I was kind of skeptical about it, you know?
Yeah.
So I started asking her details, and she was like, here's my number. So then we started texting each other, and it was like very... I mean, it's...
So through the text, that's how the invitation for coming to the video.
No, the invitation was like her DMing me on Instagram.
Okay.
She DM'd me and she was like, hey, like, I love your music. I have this video coming up. I want you to be in it. Where you based? Mm-hmm. And then I started talking to her more, and then I told her, I was like, I don't have my Instagram notifications on. You need to text me. So then I gave her my number and she texted me.
That's smart. How was your experience on the video? The video shoot?
It was fun. It was only 2 days. It was like 5 other girls, and they were all very like alternative and like very unique. It was cool to be around like like-minded people. Mm-hmm.
Wow, it made you feel,
I just feel like I'm not around like a lot of like like-minded people a lot. Like a lot of people who are like unique and like true to themselves. Like there's only so many times where I'm put in that situation where people are just like 100% unapologetically themselves.
Yeah.
So the fact that I was able to be around them for like 2 days and doing some cool shit with Doja Cat, that was cool.
Nah, that's dope though. I ain't mean to hate on your moment. That's dope. I was just a little jealous. I didn't
think you was hating. I thought you just wanted the receipts.
Yeah,
that's okay.
Damn, I shouldn't have said I was hating then. I should have just been like, kept it cool. But no, that's dope though. I like that fact. That's organic because I think a lot of people have these like ideas of these like mega stars that they don't, you know, fuck with people. Like,
and, like,
they're just in their own world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's cool to hear that organic shit like that can happen. Like, you know.
And it was funny because the bitch was like,
No, that's real though.
The bitch was like shorter than me, and she was like just hitting her vape, just like normal shit, you know, like she's just another person. And she was very passionate about her music video, and that's like cool to see other people be so passionate and also be so successful. Because it kind of like gives you hope about your future as well as an artist.
No, that's real. My intrinsic talk want to ask this question so bad, but I don't want to ask it. Should I ask it?
Yeah.
Her ass look good?
Huh?
Her ass look good in person?
Yeah, it's big.
I know. That shit look crazy. Yeah.
That shit is fat.
I've been
I was looking like.
The whole time you was talking, I was thinking about that, but I was
But
like,
she had a
damn, I want to
boyfriend the
ask
whole
her.
time. I was like, let me not look too much.
She had a boyfriend?
Yeah, the white boy. The
Oh,
be
they
doing the
really
twitching.
dating?
What's his name?
I don't know his name, but she's like, I saw her at, she was at Usher concert with him.
He's busted. No, that's her new boyfriend.
Oh, okay.
You talking about the Usher concert in LA? That was recent.
No, in Vegas.
But it was recent.
It was like a couple months ago. I just remember on TikTok they had a video of her and him, but people were saying that they were friends. They weren't saying like they were together.
No, they together, but I'm talking about a different one. He used to do like Twitch streaming and stuff. He was like kind of bigger. Like he wasn't really cute for her. Mm-hmm. But yeah, she had a boyfriend at the time of the music video.
Yeah. Now you have a lot of for somebody who don't have a lot of songs out, you have a lot of like really good moments that I think people would, I guess, want to switch place with you for. Like a lot of people will appreciate your spot more, but you seem to appreciate your spot too.
I do.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's wild because like I think about certain things. Like I'm somebody who's like, I love traveling. Mm-hmm. So I think I'm like, damn, why can't like I travel for like why can't I be on tour? Mm-hmm. But then I think about it, I look at my discography, I only have 3 singles out. I actually have 4 now, but one of them is Doechii. Mm-hmm. So it's like I have this Doechii feature.
Amazing segue. I was gonna get into that too.
Yeah, and it's like the only feature on her her whole mixtape, which is 19 songs.
Yeah,
and I'm so grateful for that.
How was that conversation? That's dope.
It was cool. Like she
DM'd you too?
She DM'd me as well. Yeah, she DM'd me.
What the fuck is going on with your DM?
My DMs is popping.
What the fuck going on with your DM?
I don't know, but like God bless.
Yeah,
she DM'd me. She was like,
DM.
I have this like I have a studio session in New York. I guess she thought I was like New York based. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, I'm in Atlanta, but like I could be in New York. But yeah, we did a few different sessions, like one in New York, one in LA. Came up with a song. It was cool. But I'm just grateful that that's like one of my things that is out because I literally only have like 3 singles out.
Yeah.
So for me to be like the only feature on her tape, I'm like I feel very blessed.
Was that a conversation she had with you? It was like, yo,
no,
you're
it was
gonna
a
be
surprise.
the only. Oh, so you just found out when everybody else found out?
Well, we made the song and she was like, I'm gonna drop it on this date and I'm gonna put it on my tape. Okay. But I didn't know that it was the only feature on the whole tape.
That's tough.
And it was 19 songs.
That project, Alligator. Was it Alligator Bites? Never Heals.
Yeah.
I think that is. I don't want to speak too soon, but I think that is one of the best hip hop album or mixtape. She calls it. She don't call it album, but mixtape project, whatever you want to call it, out right now.
I agree. It's very like versatile.
Oh my God.
She like didn't like. She pushed. I feel like she pushed a lot of boundaries.
The subject, like the shit she was talking about on there is just so fucking dope. Like even the fact what she was talking about how. The guy who cheated on her with the man.
Yeah.
I was like, but just to get that vulnerable to me was just impressive. It was
and also like her voice switches.
The different
because that's hard for me to do.
Amazing.
To like touch base with like a different person, like to sound like somebody other than yourself. I think that's so like talented to be able to like, get out of touch with yourself and in touch with like a whole different character. Like that takes a lot of vulnerability. Like that's hard.
Exactly.
That's hard and especially if you know the world is going to perceive you.
Mm-hmm. Were you at all like did you feel pressure to come in her world and perform well? Was that pressure for you or?
A little bit, but like, it was nothing that I was like worried about. I thought that I was like, oh, this super dope artist hit me up. And I was like, if she hit me up, then like I have to be good. And it's like, I know that I'm good outside of that, but just like her being like, oh, do you want to be on my tape? I feel like that was validation for me, which was super important. So it's like, I feel like I couldn't have done wrong on the feature. Yeah. Like it did feel like a little bit of pressure, but it wasn't like, oh, like I'm worried about this all the time. It was like, I'm going to have fun with this. And no matter what I do, it's going to be good.
I think you delivered. I remember that was the first thing I told Fung when he hit me. I was like, yo, well, she was just on Doja's project.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah. But in the perception, I think a lot of people, people are welcoming it. Like, I haven't seen anybody hated on that verse yet.
Yeah, me neither. Yeah. I feel like I'm very like proud of my verse. And I recut that verse like 6 times. Mm-hmm. There was like a lot of different versions before I was happy with it. But whenever I finally was, I was like, I didn't really care about other people's input. I didn't want to show it to my manager. I didn't want to show it to my friend and be like, hey, do you fuck with this? Wow. I just submitted it because I felt confident.
That confident, yeah.
Yeah.
That's dope. Damn, that's dope. Let's talk about something real quick because you mentioned something earlier that made me want to make this segue. You talked about the amount of songs that you have out. I believe it's like what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 around there.
5, 3 is singles, and then 2 I have features.
Yeah, because
Right?
there's one where you have it out twice. You have it at the regular speed, and then you have it at the fast
and the
speed.
sped up.
Yeah.
You know, that actually wasn't supposed to be out.
Okay. But the ones that I really want to talk about is Chinchilla.
Chinchillas.
Chinchillas.
That's a very underrated song, I feel like.
I mean, sure. There's a reason why I want to talk about that one. I want to talk about that because I wanted to ask you about transition. Because I was under the notion that you were strictly gay, right? But in Chinchillas, you talk about fucking men. But then in transition, which comes after Chinchilla,
Right.
you talk about being with women.
I feel like transition is more of like who I am in real life.
Okay.
And it's like Chinchillas, like, I don't know, I feel like I do prefer women. Like, I know that, like, I want to marry a woman and have a family with women, but it's like, I'm not opposed to men. Like, I think men are cool. I think some men are, like, very attractive, but, like, emotionally, I'm not, like, attracted to them. And I feel like Chinchillas really stem from, like, it stemmed from, like sugar daddies. So, like, older men who are willing to, like, give you something.
Yeah.
So it's more like a transactional thing and not so much like, but also I feel like that could be part of like cunt fetish. Like that could be part of her character.
So
Like, I feel like cunt fetish is like very
separate
open.
the two.
I do.
You and okay.
I can't keep them like intertwined because I just feel like that's bad for mom.
Really?
Yeah. Like, to a certain extent, like, yes, I'm cunt fetish. Obviously, I have to be cunt fetish for that to be a part of me. Like, for that to be my artist, yes, that has to be a part of me. But, like, I can't be that all the time.
I don't know why I said really, because I agree with you. Like,
Yeah.
I think, like, I hate when people try to put y'all as this. I hate to use this word, but for the sake of this, let's use it. This character, right? Because you
Yeah.
are. You
It is
are
a character.
So it's like I hate when people try to be like, no, like you're supposed to be
this and that
all the time, and it's like no, because the tricky thing about being an artist is nobody knows when the jersey is off.
Right.
Because a basketball player, you know, okay, he's not being a basketball player right now.
Right.
You know,
Right.
With other people, you can kind of like dissect that.
You can
but
decipher
that. But with being an artist, it's like it's very hard. Like, when do you know this person is not in artist mode, and you can just like do or say whatever to them?
Yeah, and you also don't want people to be like, oh, you're fake. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's like, cunt fetish, like, she's a party girl. Like, I can't be that all the time. I have to, like, take care of myself. You know, and I feel like...
So you don't consider yourself, like, a party person?
I'm a very much party girl.
Oh, so that
Like, I'll wake up
coexist.
and drink some wine, but it's like, I feel like cunt fetish is different. Like, she is more extroverted. Me, personally, like, I'm introverted. Like, I don't like to talk too much. But I do like this other side of me. That's the artist in me. To be able to, like, freely express myself. I don't feel so, like, nervous about other people's opinion on me.
Yeah. Do you lean on cunt fetish to help you kind of like mask a lot of the
pain,
bullshit and shit that you get? Yeah.
Yeah.
How does that help? Well, I guess explain. Like, does that help, or do you still feel it regardless?
I mean, sometimes I guess it depends, like, on the day and, like, what's being said and what the topic of the conversation is. But, like, I don't know. I feel like deep down, like, bad things could be said, and I could, like, look at it from cunt fetish point of view, and it's just, like, not as bad. Like, I don't know. Sometimes I can, like, mask it with that, but other times I can't, because, like, at the end of the day, we're, like, real people.
Well, how about this? Let's talk about one of the bad things that was said. You've been accused of cultural appropriation.
We can talk about it, because I stand on how
Which
I feel.
I kind of back you on that a little bit, because you were 12, 13 years old.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
So I kind of back you on that a little bit.
okay, so...
But you don't have to answer if you don't want to.
Wait, but what am I answering?
I just wanted to give you the opportunity to give context to it, because I think that the 140 characters doesn't give you enough, doesn't give people that opportunity for you to explain very well.
Okay. I feel like I
fit.
don't necessarily have too much to say just because, like I said in like earlier in the interview, like I know who I am, so I hate explaining myself or like overextending myself. But yes, like you said, I was 12, 13. The pictures that like people have resurfaced online, like where I had like braids and stuff, I was on a family vacation with my family in like the Florida Keys. So there was like people there and they'd be like, oh, you want me to braid your hair? I didn't think much of it. I was like, oh, that's cute. So I did it. So I feel like the fact that that's like held against me is like kind of unfair because I do feel like, especially like in the music I make, especially like hip hop and rap, I feel like I am heavily influenced by hip hop culture and like Black culture. And I feel like I can appreciate that. And I can be like, hey, this is like what inspired me. And I can be honest about that. So, I don't know. I feel like that being the reason that people are upset at me for me being like a preteen, just doing a cute hairstyle, I don't think that's fair. But also, like, I'm not going to tell a person of color how to feel about something that is appropriating to their culture. Like, I'm not about to be like, oh, you're wrong for feeling that way. I'm not. Who am I to tell a Black person how to feel?
No, I get what you're saying. I think you were judged unfairly. Also, I think a lot of like most people are not allowed to make mistakes in the public eye. Like when you're somewhat of a public figure, it's unfair that, and it's not even a mistake. Like, and I know people are gonna take this however they want, but to me, it's not even a mistake. Like.
I don't
Kids
think
are
it is
supposed
either.
to be innocent.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not, like, and the thing is that, like,
there's no malice of it. There's no malice behind it.
It's like, I almost can't even apologize.
Because
I was a child.
Behind it. I think the point I was trying to make here is I think you apologizing creates that malice. Like, that's what it, because it's like.
That's what makes people be like, oh, this is wrong.
To me, it's like, why would you apologize for something that you're a child, you're innocent, you have no idea what the hell's going on. All you're doing is just enjoying life. Like kids,
I was just being
enjoy
expressive,
life.
really. Yeah.
That's all kids are known for doing. So it's like it's unfair. I think that's.
I agree.
Unfair.
I feel like it's like it was really hard for me to be like, hey, I'm sorry about this, because I don't feel like I was sorry about that because I was so innocent and I genuinely thought like it was cute. But I wasn't like doing that to be like, oh, I want to be Black. Like that's not how it was.
I get what you're saying. I understand what people are saying. I just think that it's
blown out of proportion.
It don't relate to you is what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying, like who I am as a person.
The cultural appropriation, that shit don't apply to whatever I read online of what they were trying to accuse you of. It's just that don't apply to you. When I saw it, when I did my own investigation, I'm like, yeah, this is the wrong place to apply that.
I agree.
But I wanted you to give context to it.
Yeah, for sure. But like I said, I feel like everybody is like entitled to their own opinions, whether I think that's wrong or not. But yeah, if y'all want to know, like, yeah, I do think that's wrong because I was just a child, like an innocent child. I didn't know what culture appropriation was because, like I said before, I grew up in a very small town. I didn't know what that was, like, genuinely. I just thought the hairstyle was cute. So yeah, I do think some people are wrong, but I also think that like everybody's entitled to their own opinion. Like there was a certain point where like I was educated by certain people and it was like, hey, you can't do this. And as soon as somebody told me I couldn't do that, I was like, okay, I can't do that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But like whenever I was 12, nobody said that.
Because you're a fucking kid.
I was 12. Like it wasn't that deep.
You're allowed to make mistakes. But I'm happy you give context to it.
All right, let's stop here for a second. I want to dive more into this situation with Fetish. See, the people who were criticizing Fetish has to remember this. She was a young woman about 12, 13 years old. So criticizing her for when she was at a young age, wearing a hairstyle and not fully understanding its background is kind of unfair and harmful. She was a 12, 13-year-old white girl who wore braids just because she liked the look. At her age, it's just about trying different styles without knowing the deeper cultural meanings. So jumping to criticize her, especially if we don't know her intentions, can damage her confidence and make her feel afraid to express herself. So instead of shaming young people, it's better to approach the situations like this with kindness and let them learn naturally about different cultures. All right, Stop race baiting. Start approaching these situations with empathy. Let's get back to the show.
Let's talk about the mixtape though. That's important because
That is important.
We can start. Let's start slow. So tell me what the title is first. I guess that's important.
Club Fetish.
Club Fetish.
With a K.
I like that.
So it's like cunt fetish, but it's like club fetish.
Oh, so no CK.
K.
Okay.
K-L-U-B fetish.
Club Fetish. I like that.
And I've been
Any
thinking
specific reason why the K?
Because my name is Cunt
Hold on,
Fetish.
Mike.
Because my name is Cunt Fetish, and I wanted it to also be with a K, but I feel like I've been thinking about the name Club Fetish for a while, like even before I knew what it was gonna be. Like I thought about that, like probably like a year ago, whenever I first started taking music seriously. I was like, I want to make a project called Club Fetish. I didn't know what it was gonna be, but it's what it is now.
And what's the most? Tell me the most unique thing about Club Fetish.
I feel like the most unique thing to me is, like I said, I only have like 3 songs out. I have a song that's like a West Coast beat, and then I also have one that's like hyper pop, and then the one with Doechii is like just like bad bitch anthem. I feel like this tape really shows my versatility because there's like, I did some like Jersey Club beats, I did some West Coast beats, and then I did some melodic shit, which I feel like is very different for me, the melodic stuff, because not a lot of people have like heard me sing. So I just feel like it's very versatile. It tells a story.
The record with Chase Icon, is that person's name? What, Botch? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
That's the first single from it?
That's the second on the track.
The second?
So I have 2 features on it.
So
Chase Icon is one of them.
Okay.
The other one.
So why'd you put that record out first?
Just because like I needed to put a single before I dropped the tape, just to like, I just wanted to give my fans something before the tape dropped because it's been a while since I dropped like my own single. So I wanted to drop something leading up to the tape. Like I didn't want them like to wait too long.
You're a little appetizer for them?
Yeah, a little appetizer.
So, the heavy lip white bitch. I'm sorry.
No, I fuck with that. That's my favorite name. Yeah, heavy lip white bitch.
Nah, Fetish. I like your energy a lot.
Thank you.
Hopefully, I didn't scare you too much. I had a lot of questions for you, but
I was hoping I didn't
skip
scare
'em.
you.
Why?
Because I'm a scary bitch.
I actually don't. I think the opposite.
Well, I don't think you're scary either. I think you're very friendly. Very cool.
I don't know if I should be offended by that.
No, you're
I like the
cool.
boogeyman narrative.
I don't want you to scare me. What?
I'm an innocent girl. No, I like it.
We sitting like 2 feet away. I don't want you to scare me. I have to beat your ass.
Nah, I like your energy, man. You're dope. Thank you so much for joining me. Everybody else, I wrote this cool intro, but I don't remember it. And I've been saying this for the last 7.
You got a fucking freestyle?
Freestyle. No, I wrote an outro for to end my interviews, but I don't remember the outro, and I've been saying it for the last 6 interviews that I've done so far that haven't dropped. So I'm gonna just read it like I've been reading it for the last 6 interviews. All right. Thank you so much to Fetish for joining me today. Shout out to my man behind the scene, Ace. I appreciate you. I love you for holding me down. And of course, thank you to you for making it to the end. I truly, truly value you. What I say? I said I wish you good health, much sex, and God bless. Peace.